Hello friends, in today's class we will see the different ways by which we can make the derivation, that is the leftmost one and the rightmost one. Okay, so now since we have already seen the sentential form, now we are here to describe another basic of syntax analysis, the way the parser works. Okay, so the first term here is the leftmost derivation. Okay, now let me just read the definition, then I'll explain you. At each step in a derivation, there are two choices to be made. Now we need to choose which non-terminal to replace. To understand how certain parser work, we need to consider the derivation in which only the leftmost non-terminal in any sentential form is replaced at each step. Such derivation is termed as leftmost derivation. Now the important point here in this case is a certain parser work. Okay, so this leftmost derivation, we are understanding how a parser works. Okay, so later in the course, when we'll talk about the different parser, so we may consider this this leftmost derivation, or another part is the rightmost derivation, will come into the picture. So the decision is to be made over here as another term, that we need to choose which non-terminal to replace. Okay, so this which non-terminal to replace, this is the decision making. Okay, so let me give you an example what exactly is the leftmost derivation. And this is, again, I'm taking an expression grammar and I'm keeping the thing simple over here. E plus t and E derive, let's say t, and E derive, let's say number, and it can be 0 or 1 or 2 or up to 9. Okay, so now let me just take a number, let's say 5 plus 6 plus 7. This is my statement or string that I want to derive. Now how I'm going to derive this thing? So E derive E plus t. This is the first step. And here now I have to make a decision whether should I go with this deriving in the next step, whether E or t. So this is the decision making it was talking about, that which non-terminal to replace. Okay, so that was the important term over here. Here, since it's a leftmost derivation, what we are going to do, at each step we are going to replace the leftmost non-terminal. And in this, the leftmost non-terminal is this E. So in the next step, it will become E derive E plus t one more time and plus t. In the next step, this is the leftmost non-terminal. So now this will become t plus t plus t. In the next step, this is the leftmost non-terminal. So here I'm going to replace it by, let's say, 5 plus t plus t. Now this one is the leftmost non-terminal. So 5 plus 6 plus t, and finally we have only a single non-terminal. So in this case I am going to replace it by 5 plus 6 plus 7. Okay, so at each step, we are replacing only the leftmost non-terminal. And if it is the case that we are replacing it, then this derivation will be termed as your leftmost derivation. So why we need to understand it? Because a certain parser works in this way. Okay, and it's very early to comment about which parser, but later in the course you'll surely going to learn about this parser who uses leftmost derivation. For the time being, remember the term top-down parsing. Okay, so top-down parsing is one of the parser that we'll learn, and that uses leftmost derivation. Okay, the next is your rightmost derivation, and as just now we have done with leftmost derivation, rightmost derivation is having the same analogous definition as leftmost derivation. So here, instead of replacing the leftmost non-terminal, rightmost non-terminal will be replaced at each step. Okay, so I'll take the same example over here, that at each step the rightmost symbol will be replaced. So E derive E plus T or T, and T derive 1 or 2 or 3, or let's say up to 9, and my string is suppose 5 plus 6 plus 7. Okay, so now this derivation will look like so E derive E plus T, and now the rightmost symbol T is the rightmost symbol over here, and the next step I'll replace it by E derive, okay, E plus 7. In the next step, only symbol that is leftmost and rightmost is E only. So now this I will replace by again E plus T plus 7. In the next step, this is the rightmost symbol. So E D plus, this will become 6 plus 7. Finally, E is the leftmost as well as rightmost. So T plus 6 plus 7. And finally, T will be replaced by 5 plus 6 plus 7. So T will be replaced by 5. So that is the idea of your rightmost derivation. And again, we have a parser which uses the rightmost derivation, and that parser is basically the bottom-up parser. Okay, so that is your rightmost derivation.